couple right down there rolling down there by the deer in the pen.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Those big boys there outside.
I tell you what, Jimmy, this is something else. I mean, I'm so impressed with this. It's too bad you lost Lucy though.
Yeah, Lucy was the one that started everything though.
Yeah. Well, there are progeny from Lucy. Those deer.
Well, the 3 triplets she had all ended up, 2 of them ended up dying. One of them just disappeared, so we don't know.
Yeah.
But look down there in the pen. You see the little baby deer walking behind its mama?
And there's another couple big bucks down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The baby deer, his daddy is Prince Charming.
Huh.
There's 2 little baby deer in there. One's the tiniest deer, the latest deer we've ever had born.
Really?
Born August, can't remember, August 3 or August 8, something like that. And there's 2 of them. There's another one off to the right. Mm-hmm. They both belong to Split Ear. Let's walk down there. And we'll give Split Ear some carrots. Let me get some carrots. We'll give her some carrots.
Okay.
Maybe get a close look at the babies.
Okay.
That is a gorgeous sight right here, right before dark. I'll have to zoom in on them. There you have it. A yard full of deer. How many are there anyway? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those all bucks. I think maybe they are all bucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All big bucks. Looky there. Look at that. Right here before dark. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, one of them gonna hike his tail up and poop or something right in front of you. That's just what they do all the time. That is pretty. Down there feeding on the grass. The grass, while Chris and I have been gone this last week with these 110-degree days, every single day. Not all of them were 110. Some of them were like 103, 104, 105. Look at those racks, though. The grass, and you keep in mind that grass out there gets fertilized, gets watered every day from the lake, which is fertilized water. So it gets water and fertilization every single day, and the heat is still burning it up. Unbelievable. It's just terrible. Just absolutely terrible. But there goes one buck over the hill. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Or 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still 5 there. So I guess there was 6 bucks there, not 5. 6, not 5. That's pretty good. But they look just absolutely gorgeous there. Late in the evening, sunset already. There's Mr. Forrest with his orange collar, which is actually getting fairly tight on him because his neck is so big. If it gets too bad and gets in giving him any trouble, I'll just cut it off. They can't get another one back on him until he loses his antlers, so that would be next spring before we could get any back on him. So we'll leave it on there as long as we possibly can, because I could possibly tie an orange ribbon or something around his neck and make it hold okay. If he got in a fight, he could just break it right off, no problem whatsoever. Now there's 4 bucks there, so maybe there was only 5. Yeah, just a lot of horns there now. Maybe yeah, there's only 4. Maybe there was only 5. I don't know. Maybe I can't count. Ha! Obviously, Jimmy, you can't count. You can count to either 5 or 6, but you just don't know which is which. Well, we have elk and turkey this morning. Look at the elk out there, the turkey out there, big buck out there. Look at that. That's a picture right there. That is a picture right there. Deer, elk, and turkey. Deer, elk, and turkey all in one fell swoop, one shot. What we got down there? The buck laying down there. Mama deer, mama turkey, another mama turkey, and a big buck laying there. Swing around this way, we see another big buck and another big buck behind my Ram truck. That rhymes, doesn't it? Another big buck behind my Ram truck. Sunday morning coming down here at the Eagle. Just got out of the shower, standing out here in my, ooh, look at all the turkeys. Oh, there's a big gobbler. There's a big gobbler. Yes, there is. Big long beard. Standing out here in my underwear. I do have underwear on, so don't anybody get excited or don't anybody call the police. We look on over past the truck. No hummingbirds. And look over to the little pen at the house and see plenty of people up there. There's some deer. Yeah, buddy. Gonna be looking at the two babies this week. They're doing fine. From last night when Chris and I got back. I'll be getting ready. I just got out of the shower. I'll be getting Chris up here in a little bit. Roland will be getting up. And Roland Martin will be going to church with us. Roland sings well. He just sings away in church too. Making a joyful noise. Hey, speaking of Roland, there's Roland there this morning.
Hey guys, how you doing?
There. Let me get back up here so you won't get such a close look up of Roland.
Paradise Lodge. What do we have?
Look at that. We got elk out there. See the elk? See the elk?
Look at the big gobbler.
Look, yeah, the big gobbler out there.
Right there.
And look at the elk out there to the right. See the elk to the right?
Yeah, I see it.
Look out there.
Oh, yeah.
And we got some mama deer out there, some mama turkeys,
Holy moly.
and some mama elk.
Isn't that something?
That's a deal to wake up to on a Sunday morning coming down, isn't it?
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's something.
Hey, you look a little better there. You ready for church, are you, buddy?
I'm ready.
All right, cool. Cool.
This is the second time I've gone to church with you.
Yeah, I think it's more than that. I think it might be the third or fourth time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, people say, I'll look over there, and that looks like a Roland Martin. Oh my gosh, it is. Look at all the bucks out there in the prayer circle on Sunday morning, having a little meeting in the prayer circle. Zoom in on them rascals. My zooms aren't professional, but they get a close look at the deer.
I like that big turkey.
Isn't he beautiful? He's got some big spurs on him too.
Wow.
A couple of cow elk. Everybody is pretty relaxed this morning. Considering I've been gone for about 8 or 10 days, everybody is pretty relaxed. They're saying, we don't mind Jimmy up there talking and doing all of his nonsense. But Nellie's sitting up there looking around. We know she's our friend. And everybody is friends.
The dog doesn't chase it?
No, but Nellie, I've got her broke where she doesn't mess with them. She wants to play with them. But Nellie, come here. Don't you go out there. Probably needs to go out and pee. Yes, I do, the boss. Yeah. OTC. That's a big deer. Well over 200 pounds. Well over 200 pounds. As we get ready for church this morning, we had a little calamity out here. We got latches on the Texas Hunter feeder, but the elk was able to undo those latches, so we're gonna have to get some different type latches, and open that lid and had the lid hanging down. And we're just simply feeding out of the top, and has eaten nearly a whole bucket full of food. I mean, it's almost empty. I took some out and threw it to the deer, and there's Fat Boy up here. The Fat Boy's a totally wild deer. Look at him. Look how close he is. Here comes Mama up here. There's another Mama back there. I don't see the little baby this morning. I hope it's around here somewhere. I did see it yesterday, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, sit. 5 bucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bucks. 6 bucks. But Nellie's laying right here. She tried to play with Forrest this morning. He'll get a little aggressive this fall when she tries to do that, so I don't want to break her of it because Benelli could be the one getting hurt. But you can see the bucks there right up close. We get a real close look at Forrest. He's beautiful. Probably 150 score there. Fat Boy is simply a big 8, probably going to be a big 8. Lucky, that's a deer there, it's the same age, no name. Lucky number 13 back there at the blue tag. He's not nearly as wide as that other one. And then TC right over here. And a couple of mama deer. And the mama deer wants some food, but she's really nervous. So, anyway, and the elk, there they are out there. There's 3 elk out there, and those are the guilty parties. Those are the ones. One of those had the lid off this feeder. So we're gonna have to figure out something different on this. Might have to put a strap around it, because once those elk learn that they can get into food, they will eat you broke. They will definitely eat you broke, because they, you know, I don't know when Apache filled it. I've been gone, but Apache filled it probably in the last 2 or 3 days, and it's almost empty. There's just very little in there. But and Forrest is guarding a little bit I threw out here. Fat Boy's in there and a doe, but everybody's wanting some. All right, I'm gonna throw some more food out to them and go to church.
What do you call it?
Ragged.
Yeah.
Look at Forrest. Is he spoiled or is he spoiled? Look at him. He's in his lap. I mean, in his lap. This deer is ready for some watermelon. He's coming getting watermelon right out of Apache's hand. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Deer's pretty spoiled when he waits for somebody to pick him watermelons, and not only pick watermelons for him, but cut them up. Cut them up for him. Look at that right there. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? And his buddies, they're back there eating off the ground. Nelly, come here. Looky there, Roland. Roland are out on the water, and there is the lid culprit right there. There's the lid culprit. There's a baby deer or a deer. It might just be a doe laying there. Or is that a baby elk? Is that a deer or an elk? I don't know it. Oh, it is a baby elk. It's a baby elk. I'll be darned. But anyway, there's 3 grown elk there, and that is the problem, for sure, that we've had with the feeder. And what happened is those elk have learned how to get the feeder off of the Texas Hunter feeder. Even with a latch on there, they got it off. And Apache had just filled that night before last. Yesterday morning, I came out, and an elk had his head stuck in there, and the feeder was completely empty. 2 full sacks of food, like $40 or $50 worth of food, the elk ate in one setting. Now look at that baby elk running off. Baby elk running off. So this is the problem right here, big time. And we're going to redo the latches, and we might put bungee cords around it. It's something we got to keep those lids on and keep those elk from knocking the lid off. Because once they knock the lid off, they're going to empty it. I mean, those big elk, and 2 or 3 of them will empty it out. One, I don't know how much they'll eat, but golly, that was 2 40-pound bags of South Fresh deer food in there. And that's fairly expensive, you know, 2 40-pound bags, and the elk emptied it in one night. So that ain't good, boys and girls. That ain't good. It's early in the evening. I say early, it's 7 o'clock, almost 7 o'clock. Benelli, come here. Benelli goes out through the door. You can see there's a pretty good little batch of turkeys out there. A big gobbler along with, I'm just shooting through the window here. Big gobbler along with 7 or 8 hens. Try to zoom in on them as close as possible and take a look. They're checking out the feeder. Hasn't thrown yet. I guess it's thrown and probably been cleaned up by the deer is probably what's happened. Made it to 109 degrees today, or maybe 108 or 109, I can't remember. It's down to 103 right now, and it's 6:45. 103 degrees at 6:45. That's right. That is right. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. But turkeys just come through the yard and are walking all around out there, checking the feeder out and moving on to try to find something to eat. Mr. Big Tom, I just slammed a drawer in here, and he popped his head up like it was a gun that he heard go off. Made him a little nervous. And he was just as calm as he could be until I slammed. I'm inside. I'm shooting through the kitchen window, and I slammed that door shut. When I did, he got a little nervous. He said, "Whoa, wait a minute. I don't like the sound of that. I might ought to be moving on. And that's what he's doing, moving on." Well, the big gobbler did not go far. He simply came around to the front yard. But when I walked out here, I think he was going down to get him a drink of water. When I walked out here on the deck, it spooked him a little bit. And spooked him a little bit, and he started moving off. So we didn't get a real good look at him, but It's a pretty look back there with the lake in the background. I'm sure he's gonna go down there and slip in there and find him some water. One good thing about Oklahoma as opposed to Louisiana where we were last week, he doesn't have to worry about an alligator hiding in there and jumping out and lunching him. That's right. Yeah, it looks like, I think when I walked out here, I saw him from inside and I went and got the camera, and now I don't, I caused him to spook a little bit. I think he was down by the water and he jumped out and run through the yard. But he's calmed back down again. That's just Jimmy. No need to worry about him. And he's probably still catching some hoppers down there and stuff. But he's looking mighty good.